Hello, sexy. What's your name? Nice to meet you. I'm Lizzie. You had an appointment, right? For style consultation. Okay. So here's how this works. I will consult on your style and I will make it better. Or at the very least, I will help you. I will lead you along to the path of creating a style that makes you happy. I just have one rule, okay? The rule is that you are not allowed to ever have anything boring or super like neutral or like sad or gray or beige. Understandable? Okay. Because, you know, I think that personal style is a choice. You just need to make a choice. I don't allow non-choice. To me, you know, a lot of things, they're a non-choice. Tan is a non-choice, unless you're like really into tan. You know what I mean? But you didn't come to a style consultation to get a neutral button-down top. You came here for something interesting, to explore a new part of yourself, right? Okay, so here's how this works. I'm gonna give you a couple different pieces and you're gonna choose between them, okay? Got it. Do you want some? It's one of the last gifts we have. Okay. If you want one, let me know. So, first thing we're gonna do. I like to keep this relatively simple because if I show you too many things, then your brain starts exploding. And that's a lot. It's really hard. Some people, they don't even realize how much they can choose from in this world. So I like to keep it simple. I'm going to show you 3 different bangles. So as we go on, I can have more choices, okay? Pocket is very small. Okay, I have 3 different bangles, okay? Okay. This one is a gold bank. Plastic. This one is resin, sort of amber. It's like clear and translucent-ish. And then I have this one, which is a really cool, like, I love the color. It's like a cool tone gold, and it's sort of kind of like a faux decorated. You can look, I have like kind of a real one on my, this was actually embossed, but I like this one too. I like the color of it. Okay. So you have a bright color, something a little more neutral, or something a little more flashy. Not neutral. I would die. Okay. Which one do you feel? By the way, I'm sorry if there's any background noises. I like to keep my space nice and, you know, zen, chill, but like, it's like an office building. So unfortunately other people have to like breathe and exist, which I know is like annoying. But which one do you feel? Which one do you feel? Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Well, I'm glad that I got that basic assessment. Now I'm gonna give you a couple of necklaces. Okay. Screw that necklace, I didn't even want it anyways. Okay. I have 3 beaded necklaces, okay? 3 beaded necklaces. I have this rosary. It's a silver rosary, okay? And you don't need to be offended because I bought this at St. Mark's for $5, okay? No one was ever even prayed to using this. Look, it's held together with a safety pin. It's kind of what's like kind of edgy and DIY about it, okay? This is more of an edgy piece, I would say. Then I got this big, giant, gaudy, look at this. Talk about balls. Talk about some balls. This is from the 80s, I believe. And it's huge and it's ridiculous. This is a little bit more, something with like a statement. And they don't necessarily care if it's classic or even attractive. I like looking ugly all the time. Not this is ugly, but you know what I mean. You like being a little more funky. And then I have, and for the record, just because it's a basic doesn't mean that it's boring more, you know, choiceless. This is probably the most basic you could get, but it's so good. And I'm not into, for the record, I don't believe in like, you need to have classics. You don't need classics in your wardrobe. You can have a wardrobe full of propeller hats. I think that's amazing. But I love pearls. And this is just a basic pearl necklace. Pearls, I don't think they're not good or bad. They're just pearls, you know? So between these three chains, we have my rosary of broken dreams, the balls of steel, and the pearls, and Miss Pearl. Okay, all right. Now, I don't need to write any of this down because I actually have an incredible memory, but I do recommend that you take note of what you choose because I think it's going to help you a lot to understand your own personal style and your own personal preferences, okay? It's not necessarily that you have to wear any of these. In fact, none of them are going to be given to you. You have to pay for them, but you just have to understand what it is you like about that object. I understand that none of these may be your first choice, but what about it makes you your second or third? Next, we have rings, okay? Rings are very important. And I dropped one, but that's okay. I'm gonna give you a couple different ones to choose from here. A couple different that I really, really like. And I think that you are going to really like as well. Okay. Starting with this one. Don't look at my little nail polish on my nail. Don't look at that. My finger. This is a little hat. It's a little hat and a ring. 2 for 1. Hat and a ring. It's red. It's really cute. I also have this and this, you know, I'm showing this to you because I understand that some people have taste that I don't have. And I try to respect that. It's a resin red ring. I'm personally really not into rings that aren't made of a type of metal. Not because I think I'm better than anyone else, but I just can't stand the feeling of anything that isn't metal around my finger. But I wanted to show it to you because maybe you are that kind of person. Okay, I have this one. This is a garnet. It's a little swirly. This is, I think, kind of somewhere in between classic and also new and fun. You're a little funky with it, but not too crazy. And then of course you have the hat. I think the hat is spiritually somewhere with the big balls. It's kind of, you know, it's kind of kitschy, it's kind of fun. This is if you like sensory nightmares and are also a whole lot of fun, and maybe you work with children. I've got this one. It's a vintage ring from the 80s. It's actually a class ring, but it's just a really nice classic ring. Sapphire in the middle. And then if you want something really dramatic, if you're a very dramatic person, and you also don't really mind if things are super practical, I have this big, big, big ring with a wing on it. This is personally as big as my rings can be without me actually throwing a fit. I could never do, like, again, I respect everyone's choice as long as it's a choice, but I can't do like the rings where it's like you get 2 fingers together. I think that would kill me. Anyways, out of the 5 rings I've shown you, which one of these was your fancy? Was it the Red Fantasy? Was it Miss Hat? Was it Charming Garnet? Was it Sexy Sapphire? Or was it the Wings of Truth? Okay. you like things that are somewhat dramatic, but also sort of more practical. I'm the same way. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have a couple more things that I'm gonna show you, okay? This next test I think is my favorite one. Okay. And you know, I have a lot of things here, and I don't always pull every single one. It's more of an assessment I get based on the person, you know. I have my scarves for you. And in my opinion, scarves are one of the most underrated and underutilized accessories that exist. Not just an accessory, but also sometimes you can use it. You can use it anything. You can use it as a belt. You can use it as a headband. You can use it as a scarf. You know, it could be anything. It can be very functional, but also more fun. Okay, let me show you. First one is this skinny, and as much as I'm more of a cool tone person, I do have quite a few warm tone options as well, because I like to make everyone shine, and I understand that some people, they really do shine with the warm tones. It's got a little fringe on the end, and this really, really, really pretty pattern. Yeah, I really like it. Look at this little flower in it. It's a really pretty one. This is actually, I believe in versatility, using things for any reason. This is actually a tie to a bathrobe, and it's from an old 80s bathrobe, if you can tell, but I just love the colors on it, right? This is sort of a neutral one, I think. A little floral, a little purple, a little pink, a little green, a little silver. I also have this one. Pale blue. I think this color is just beautiful. Silvery blue. Like you're an ice queen. Oh my god, I got it on my lipstick. No, it's okay. It's okay. Just let my light flash before my eyes. Okay. I've got this one. I think is a very sexy sort of nighttime one. If you're someone that's just look at the sheen on that, right? Like, just really picks up, and it's more. It's bluer than you can even see. It's very pretty. If you're more of a nighttime person, I really like that one. You know what? Actually, now that I think about it, I feel like I need to get one more warm tone one. This one I really like. It's like an ombre, orange, red, pink, coral pink. You can just put that all done together. It could be a cute belt or a cute headband. Now finally, I think I saved the best for last, but I'll let you be the judge of that. This is a metallic silver one, and I'll let you get a good look at it. It's almost rainbow. Right? So pretty. Okay, out of these, I know there's a lot, so we'll go through them. We have Nightlife Divine. We have Desert Dreams. We have Cinderella. We have Enchanted Dance Floor. We have '70s Swank. We have, skip one. And we have Bathrobe Bliss. Which one of these do you feel like was your favorite? Yeah. Okay. Good choice. I mean, obviously I like them all, but that's always, I think that one always helps me learn a lot about the person. You know what? If you want, what was your second favorite? Okay. I always like to make sure, because I feel like sometimes it's different things. The scarves also look different, but then it's a color thing, it's a texture thing, it's a shine thing, you know? Okay. Okay. Let me see. Oh. time, you can also book an in-depth makeup analysis for you. But we'll just stick to these three for now. Which one of these palettes suits your fantasy? And look at this, they come with names, so I don't have to make one up. This one is called Iris. This one is Lotus. And this one is Lily. I don't know any black and white lilies, but okay. Which one is your favorite? Iris, Lotus, or Lily? Okay. Again, helps me with your palette. And these are good too, because these are very color focused. And they're all glittery. So, do you like the glitter? Well, you should. Okay. Now I have one final test. Would you rather wear this or this? Which one? Oh wow. You could also wear them together. Whoa, look at this. Or you could wear them together. Now that is really an experience. I never even thought to do that. Which would you like better? What do you mean, where do you wear it? Just wear it. Who cares? Isn't this incredible? You don't need an occasion to wear a giant fancy headpiece. Everyone should have one. You promised me you were going to make a choice. So which one? Okay. Good choice. Although there weren't any wrong options here. Okay. So, based on our assessment, I find you practical, but not ashamed or too intimidated by the glamour that could await you. I see you sort of going between different options as well. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to pick. But the best part is you can get every single thing and put it in your wardrobe. You can also have stuff that you already have and sort of dress it up with little pieces like this. That's why I like to make it sometimes more accessory focused, because it's not always practical to buy a whole new wardrobe. Yeah. You know, you can have like a boring black top, but if you add a sparkly scarf to it, suddenly it's interesting. Yeah. Well, I think that this is a good first step for you. Remember every single thing you picked and think about how functional was it? How practical was it? How glamorous was it? How sparkly was it? How fun was it? Were you picking because you really enjoyed it, or because you thought, oh, well, I can't wear anything too crazy? That's why I always like to do the headpieces, because people are always like, well, neither of them are functional, but that's not what it's about. Yeah. Well, I want to give you full permission to have as much fun as you can, okay? As much fun as you want to have. I think that there's definitely room for a little bit more glamour in your wardrobe. And that's okay. That's totally okay. We can work on that. I would advise you to get one of the scarves, a ring, potentially a necklace. I think that I like all three of those necklaces because I feel like they can go with a lot of different outfits. And I feel like the one that you chose, it would be good with like a long, I love like a long, tight, button down cardigan with like a belt, or like even like the scarf wrapped around your waist. Yeah. You can also do a scarf wrapped like at a low waist with a skirt, or as a belt. Yeah. I think that you are functional, but also seem to have a pretty good grip on what you enjoy. And that's really the biggest part, is figuring out what you do enjoy. I advise you to go online, make a Pinterest Pinterest does make me upset sometimes, but it does help me a lot too. And I want you to go and I want you to look up weird things. Look up random years. Just anything random. Don't just let it like feed you things, because then it'll just feed you the 5 things that everyone gives you. You know? And if you like any of these pieces, go online and search like glitter blue scarf on eBay and just look and see what you can find. Look at pieces you've never seen before. You know what I mean? Okay. Use all these pieces as a jumping point for you to just look up more random things that you've never thought about before, never conceptualized before. Okay. Well, we can do another meeting, and after that I can help you edit.